Okay, Alexa, thank you very much. 7:33, everybody, and Brooklyn residents will have a say in shaping the city's future at an important meeting tonight.
Yeah, public hearings for the city's Charter Revision Commission will take place across all 5 boroughs over the coming weeks. So tonight's meeting will be in downtown Brooklyn. Joining us this morning is one of the members of the commission, homeless advocate Shams DeBaron. So great to have you here.
Great to come back and see you all, and once again on a great day for New York and New Yorkers.
Yeah. Can you kind of lay out the Charter Revision Commission, what exactly it does?
So New York City has a city charter, which is basically, in basic words, it's like the U.S. has its constitution. So the New York City Charter is our city constitution, and it basically governs how this city operates.
And so will the public get to vote on whatever you come up with?
Yes, absolutely. And that's the most important thing. It's important for the public all over the city to participate in the hearings, because what we come up with or what we propose, is sourced from the public. It's not like Shams go in and say we should do this.
Yeah.
The public says that, and then we take the public stuff, we put it into the proposal, so to speak, and then it shows up on the ballot. So on election day, it's the public who choose if they want to vote for this or vote for that.
The city council may argue your point there that it's the public that gets to say what goes into the charter, because they feel like last time it was really the Charter Review Commission and the mayor who said, here's what we're doing and now go vote on it. But that's for a conversation for a different day. I want to focus on the issue of housing reform and if people actually show up to these things, right? Because we saw this in the summer last year where they had these public hearings with the Charter Review Commission. 5 or 6 people may have shown up in a specific borough. So how do you get more people to come out? Because it didn't happen just a few months ago.
Well, that's a great point. So you have people like myself, who is definitely out there. I represent regular New Yorkers, being homeless, and, we're talking about housing. So for a person like me to actually be on the commission and to be engaged in public discussion, whether here with you and letting the public know, but also I'm all across the city. And I'm telling people, you need to show up, you need to be here, this is for you. As you know, I've been great at mobilizing people in the advocacy world, and I continue to do that, to say, look, this is where we need to operate, this is where we need to be, and trying to basically simplify the concept and the language of a city charter is important.
Can you explain how housing reform ties into the city charter, I guess, right? And how there would be changes to that?
So let's take the ULURP process. That's something that came about through the city charter or through a commission. So we have to use the same tools in order to be able to sort of like, the goal is to expand housing, to tackle homelessness. And one of the major ways we can do that is by looking at the city charter and see where we can have improvement, like, for instance, in the ULURP process and other things that are there in the charter.
So the public can attend these meetings, right? So do they have to register?
No, and you can attend in public at the various hearings throughout the city. It doesn't matter what borough you come from. So if you're in the Bronx, you can come to the Brooklyn hearing tonight. You could also attend virtually, and then there's the option of also providing written testimony, and then you can access and also obtain more information on the city site, which is nyc.gov/charter. And it provides all the information, provides dates for upcoming meetings, and you can access the actual city charter.
Yeah, people are talking about affordable housing in the neighborhoods. Obviously, there's a need for it, but a lot of folks don't want the big developers coming in and taking over some of these neighborhoods, right? So I guess, is that what you're listening to? When you say you're looking for the public for their guidance, what do you want them to come with?
So let's take, in the most recent times, you had a project in Harlem that's being proposed called the 145 project, right? So it goes through a process, the ULURP process, where you have a community board that chimes in, right? And I'm in Harlem. So I'm in community listening to people, and they want housing. But the community board, a few members says, we don't want the housing. We don't want what you're proposing. So the choice is, if you reject the housing, then you get the truck depot.
I see.
And that's coming from just a few people that are appointed on a community board. Whereas if you go through the streets of Harlem and talk to regular New Yorkers, most of those people want housing.
Okay.
All right.
Keep us posted on what goes on and how people actually show up. Shams,
Will
always
do.
good to see you, okay?
Appreciate you.
We're going to
Appreciate
have
you.
the information for tonight's meeting posted on pix11.com as well, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate everybody.
There's the
Show
information
up.
right there.
It's
Gotcha.
at Metro Tech tonight.
Gotcha.
All right.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much, Shams.